YouTube just launched a new research tab where you can now get keyword data insights, both on what people are searching for on YouTube and what your own audience is searching for. So I'm going to go break that down in real time, check out this new feature, and let's see how it works. So I'm here on my channel dashboard. I'm going to go over to analytics, and then I'm going to come up to research, and this tab is brand new, and I've actually have not been here on this channel before. So it's showing me a little bit of a tutorial of what each tab means. So there's 3 tabs across the top, or sub tabs. We've got searches across YouTube. We've got your viewers searches. And then we've got, oh, and you can also check out to see content gaps, which we'll go over in a second. And then we have the save tab. So these are keywords that we saved. So searches across YouTube, this is just in general kind of a keyword research tool. This feels very similar to the Google Ads keyword research tool, or what it used to be. I'm not quite sure what it currently is. So let's just say we were looking for something general, and the data here is not the greatest. So this is not really a keyword replacement tool for something that has a lot more data. So like vidIQ, TubeBuddy, Ahrefs, they all have their own keyword research tool specifically for YouTube, and they give you volume numbers and difficulty numbers. You always got to take it with a grain of salt just because of YouTube data is a little bit harder to track versus something like Google. But at least they give you a much more precise number just than low, medium, or high, which is very vague. So video camera is medium, which I also kind of find that hard to believe. Let's look at something else. Video camera. Oh, so at least we can kind of search by topic, and that'll give us related keywords to whatever our topic is instead of specifically our keyword. Camera is high. GoPro Hero 10 came out, so that's a high thing. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, but let's see what this has. So content gaps are YouTube's feature where it'll show you keywords that people are searching for, but there's not a good amount of quality content. Either just content doesn't exist, or the content's low quality, like either technically low quality, like it was shot in SD, or just Google didn't rate it as like valuable to audience members. Content gap, HD camera, digital camera. I'm really surprised to see that HD camera and digital camera would be considered content gaps because I feel like there's just nothing but stuff about cameras. HD cameras, a little bit more specific, which I always think these are more valuable. Nikon Coolpix, Sony Handycam. So let's say I wanted to save some of these topics as I'm researching and come back to it. So content gap, okay, gives you a little breakdown. Can happen when viewers can't find any results for their searches. So I guess they searched for it and then they didn't click on anything and they bounced. Viewers can't find an exact match for their searches. Viewers can't find relevant videos for their searches, or the content is old or low quality. So let's say I wanted to save HD camera and digital camera. Okay, so this is kind of a cool way to kind of just navigate, see what people are searching for on YouTube, and get a rough gauge. Like this, I'm not a big fan of high, medium, low, because also like, what does that even mean? So the other thing that's even more interesting, and let's see how this plays out, your viewer searches. So this is just narrowing it down to, YouTube said it's my audience and then audience of channels similar to mine, so channels similar to yours. Obviously, the more subscribers, the more videos, the more data you have, the better this feature will most likely be, because it'll have a better gauge of who your audience is. If you have a brand new channel or just starting out, it might not be, I mean, if you don't have an audience, then it's hard to get data from your audience that doesn't exist. But let's see what this is going to show us. So it's showing, let me go to all searches. So this is showing keywords that my audience and similar audiences search for. And then I guess relative how high that search traffic is on YouTube. So vlog, Capricorn, I think that's from a different video I have. Taurus, a lot of horoscope stuff, which I think I know why that's there. Butter chicken recipe, I have a video about chicken, cooking chicken. That was more of a documentary vlog style kind of thing. I also, yeah, I mean, this channel, even the last stuff over the couple of years has been video related. There's a lot of older stuff that is very off topic that I should probably take off, but I just haven't. Fruit name, so for me, this is a scatter shot of just different stuff. But let's see what it says for content gaps. I think I did one video on iOS or something. So iOS 15 jailbreak, Rollercoin bot, how to change your YouTube channel name. That would make sense for me because also I do have some stuff on just YouTube tutorials in general. Don't know why it's recommending wedding highlights 2022. Let's also narrow it down. Let me just say I just want to search for US searches. Yeah, it's interesting. It is cool too when you got very specific ones. How to screenshot on MacBook Pro. Interesting one there. It seems like an easy winner, easy video to knock out. How to download iMovie on YouTube. I do have a popular iMovie tutorial, so that's probably that, except this is kind of a pointless video because it doesn't exist. You cannot get iMovie on Windows. How to disable condiments on YouTube, fix blurry videos. I have a video on Flickr, so that's probably why I'm getting that. So yeah, it's interesting. And so the idea here is you go to your viewer searches. Obviously, the more videos you have, the more subscribers you have, the better this data is going to be. You can see what your audience is searching for, but then the power here comes in content gaps. So then you can see, okay, what's my audience looking for? But content for that doesn't exist on YouTube. And then you can go make that video. And hopefully that will be an easy win to get some more traction, get some more views, get some more subscribers by filling in these content gaps that your audience is searching for this content and no one's delivered it yet. And you could be the person that delivers it. And then, so if I save it, what do these dots do? Let's see. So I save it, I can unsave, remove report. Oh, that's cool. You can go to Google Trends. Oh, that's a cool feature. So you can jump right to Google Trends where it'll pop up this search phrase and then show you the Google Trends report, which goes into a little bit more detail of just how it's trended over time, related search ideas, what countries are searching for it. And it defaults it to the YouTube search engine, because usually if you go to trends by default, not usually, if you go to trends by default, it'll be web search, Google search. So that's a cool little feature. And unsave, remove, and report. I guess if it's an offensive word, that shouldn't be there. Oh, and if you click on it, it'll just search it for you and take you right there. And then here I have the vidIQ installed, and you can see the data that it gives you here. But at least they give you a little bit more of a gauge and a number. I mean, you always got to take these numbers with a grain of salt, but you know, a higher number would be their indicator of like, yeah, you should go make it because there's a lot of search volume and there's like not a lot of competition. So this one, it's saying there's medium amount of volume searching and a high amount of competition, which is interesting because Google or YouTube's insight is saying it's a content gap and there's not a lot of good content for it. But I mean, in this case, I would kind of trust YouTube a little bit more because YouTube knows the viewer retention, YouTube knows the watch time, like YouTube knows the engagement, the satisfaction that a viewer gets from the video. So, you know, vidIQ is just going off public data. So they only know how many views a video is getting. They don't know, like, are people watching it, sticking around, getting value out of it? They know the views, they know how many likes it got. And so in this case, you know, maybe if YouTube is saying, hey, there's actually a gap or an opportunity here for something new, something fresh, you know, it's worth considering. Let's see, the other thing was, if I go saved, and then I can just see the terms I saved, and I can unsave it, and yeah, not a lot. Pretty much exactly what you would expect is here. Cool that they do give you the content gap tag just for your reference. Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty basic feature, but I think I've said it, the more that you, the more audience you get, the more videos you have, so you can get more better data on your audience or potential audience, and the more useful this tool will be. But even if you're starting out, the searches across YouTube and also the ability to search for a topic instead of the specific keyword, where if you search for the topic, it'll give you related keywords. So you don't have to think of every keyword that, you know, someone might be searching for. Like I don't have to search for like Sony camera, Canon camera, or Panasonic camera. That's a cool feature. So, you know, if you're starting out, you would want to start on the searches across YouTube tab. And then once you have an audience, you can make it over to your viewer searches and then see what they're searching for, what's a content gap, and start making videos for that way. I think it's a very cool tool. Definitely something to give you a little bit of an indicator of, you know, if you're trying to think of video ideas, this can point you in the right direction. But I would love to know what you think. So let me know in the comments below. You know, is this a cool tool? You can use this. Do you use vidIQ or any of these other tools? And like, what do you think this compares? I'm curious because I think there's a world for both these tools to exist, and it'll also be cool. I only imagine that vidIQ and these other companies, because they have it's a plugin extension for Chrome, that they will incorporate their data on top of this. That would be my guess. I hope I see that future vidIQ. I hope I see that in the future. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out whatever auto recommended video is right here, and I'll see you in the next video.